Hello and welcome to Beyond Sunday, a podcast from Schweitzer Church. I'm your host, Jason Leininger, and in studio today we have Becky Wilson. Hello, Becky.
Hello.
That was an exuberant hello.
I'm terrified.
Well, you just came off of a day of hanging out with middle school students.
I did.
What could be worse than that?
Oh, I actually love that, but
okay.
but it is a lot. It is a big transition.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, today you're in studio because we're going to talk about something called the Apprentice Gathering. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what the Apprentice Gathering is and where it's held and kind of what it does?
Okay. This was my first experience at the Apprentice Gathering. It's in Wichita, Kansas at Friends University. And I believe it's in September.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a gathering of fabulous speakers and followers of Jesus who want to know more. They have everything in the world under spiritual formation, and you can go to speakers and worship and spiritual direction and just times of prayer for the weekend with other people from Schweitzer.
And a lot of other people from around the country.
Oh, yeah.
It
was packed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably about 500 people there or so?
At least.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Or more?
Yeah, at least.
James Bryan Smith is the leader of the Apprentice Gathering, kind of the executive director of that framework.
Yep.
And were you here at Schweitzer when we did the Good and Beautiful series?
I have done all of the Good and Beautiful series, and
Yeah.
I love them. And he was one of the reasons why I really wanted to go there. He was a speaker, and he was great in person. He was better than I expected. I got to meet Amy P. Freeman, and she wrote the book, The Next Right Thing. And so I got to sit with her for a little while and talk, and then found a whole bunch of new books that I wanted to read. So from the authors.
What did you talk about with this writer who wrote the book, The Next Right Thing? What was the conversation about?
How to walk into a room is her next thing. So when life changes, how do you figure out what's next? If you get all stressed out about every decision, which at the time I was making some very big decisions and seeking guidance. And so that's why I signed up for that workshop. And her book is really easy reading, small chapters, very calming and practical. And her lecture was too, or her conference. And she's taught you to breathe a little bit and start thinking about what God's doing in your life, really practical ways, and to relax in that He's going to take you to the next step. And when you make that step, you can just rest in that before you take another one. You don't have to have the whole plan out, which isn't rocket science or new, but her presentation and her book were really helpful for me.
Great.
So,
you traveled with a number of people from Schweitzer last year. How many people went?
I think there were 12 of us. And am I right? I think we were 12 of us. And I only knew probably 2 people, a little bit, or 3. And then throughout the course of the weekend, I got to know all of them. And they're fabulous. Our group was all women, and they were fabulous women that it's a privilege to get to know. Mm-hmm. So, and they're all different ages. So,
the Apprentice Gathering is for both men and women.
Yes.
Or women and men.
Yes.
And but the Schweitzer group primarily was women.
It was. We could fix that.
You could fix that.
We could fix that.
Absolutely. If somebody was interested in going or checking out the Apprentice Gathering more, where would they go to look at it?
You can always just Google tag or the Apprentice Gathering. Linda Harper is the Apprentice Gathering guru, and here at Schweitzer. But Google will get you there, and it's called the Apprentice Gathering at Friends University.
Okay.
And it'll work.
And it'll be happening this year in September, right?
Yes. And you probably want to get started on it because they sell out quickly, actually. There's limited seating and spaces, and so don't wait.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
I've been privileged to be there once for one of the Apprentice gatherings, and it was a delightful, deepening experience. And it was,
Yes. Deepening. Yeah, that's it. It is.
and actually the singing that took place in their chapel just resonated not only in the building, but like resonated throughout your body.
Yeah.
And it was,
Yeah. The campus is gorgeous. The singing was gorgeous. I'm going to start school there in August.
and you're going to start school there in
I did.
August.
That's not typical, probably, but I am going to do that.
Fantastic. Well, Becky, thanks for coming in today and talking about the Apprentice Gathering. And listeners or viewers, if you're interested, you can always Google the Apprentice Gathering and find out more about that event. Or you can talk to Becky, or you can talk to Linda Harper, or begin asking questions, and you'll find out people at Schweitzer who know something about it and can connect you. Thank you for tuning in to Beyond Sunday today. We always look forward to seeing you on Sunday and beyond. Bye-bye.